Hi everyone, it is a beautiful June morning. I think it is June 28th today, and I'm going to be doing a video about something that recently sparked my interest. I know I've been doing a lot of like political things, and I don't know how interested any of my subscribers would be, but I guess my fascination has gone from North Korea to West Virginia, so decided I'm going to talk about that today. I actually didn't really know anything about West Virginia until I saw a documentary called The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, which my mom had recommended that I watch because I actually have some family from West Virginia. Now, if you watch that documentary, do not think that my descendant, well, the people that I descend from are like that, but the documentary talks about this family. It follows this family for a year named the Whites, and they are a family of a coal miner named D. Ray White, and it shows that they're all criminals and they all have these crazy lifestyles, so it's really interesting to watch. But I went from watching that documentary to watching a documentary called Coal. It's just called Coal. And it talks about the coal miners themselves and I guess more mainstream society over in West Virginia, and how they, God, there's somebody outside, how they live and how their jobs are so insane. Like, if you watch the documentary called Coal, you will realize that it is incredible how these men go underground and excavate coal for our energy source. So a lot of people aren't aware of the fact that 1/3 of our energy actually comes from coal, and that coal comes from the Appalachian Mountains, which are over in West Virginia. Well, most of the coal that we get in the United States is from the Appalachian Mountains anyway. And I'll actually show some pictures of what the Appalachian Mountains look like. They are just beautiful and heavy forests, and what coal mining does is it removes the top of the mountain, and the Appalachian Mountains are kind of like a layer cake where there's a layer of rock, a layer of coal, a layer of rock, a layer of coal. In order to get to the coal, you have to get out this rock, and they use extremely sensitive machinery to do this. You'd be surprised what machines are used for excavating coal, because they just continually break down. You'll see all this if you watch the series called Coal. But these mountains are getting destroyed, and all of the protection the mountains provided from natural disasters to the people living in these small towns in West Virginia, because next to the Appalachian Mountains are tiny towns that are scattered around, and these mountains protect from flash floods and stuff like that, because the trees on the mountains pick up a lot of that water from when there is rain. So the coal companies, what they're doing, because they still have to, I mean, if America's running on coal, they still have to get it regardless of the environmental consequences. George W. Bush was a really big supporter of the coal companies, as was Sarah Palin, and a lot of Republicans, because they see the need for jobs, and they see that if West Virginia were to suddenly cut off coal, their economy is already pretty bad. And as it says in the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia documentary, the son, I think his name is Pawnee, he was saying, you know, if you live in West Virginia, you're either a burger flipper or you're a coal miner, and I didn't want to flip hamburgers, so that's what I did. And he said that the chances when you're in the mines, you could get electrocuted. If the bolter, the person that holds up the roof before the guys go in and get the coal out, if he makes a mistake, the whole roof could implode and kills everybody. And mining injuries are extremely common, of course. You know, a lot of miners will say that they've seen their co-workers die, and it's just another day in the mines. But it's very interesting to see how these people live. And also, of course, there's opposing sides to if it's worth it to destroy the Appalachian Mountains, because it doesn't destroy the mountains when the coal companies come in and they get the coal out. And the coal companies will say all they want that they repair the mountains. They're actually say, you know, like, oh, you see the mountains one way, you know, right after the coal is taken out, and you see all these, like, I guess, kind of dirt, you know, it's just a big pile of dirt versus the beautiful forests that were there before. So it's very, very easy for the environmentalists to use this cover of the Appalachian Mountains being destroyed as the detrimental effects that coal mining is having on the environment. But the matter at hand is much more complicated because West Virginia's entire economy is based around coal mining. So all of those men that were working in the coal mines are going to, you know, lose their jobs if, you know, they successfully stopped all the mining that's destroying the Appalachian Mountains. They would lose all their jobs, and then they would become the new entitlement culture. And if you watch The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, you'll know exactly what the entitlement culture is. It's people that live off the government on things like welfare checks and checks from the government saying that you're certified crazy and stuff like that. Basically, you know, these people are in a very tough position, and I want to know if anybody's watching this. I don't know. Again, I don't know how interested any of my viewers would be in this kind of topic, but anybody that stumbles upon this video, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think the Appalachian Mountains should be saved. I mean, there's all sorts of issues at hand here, and I think there's an ant on my elbow. Yes, there is. Okay, I have to get this bug off me, so I'll see you guys later.